Hey, this is Dr. Mayer, guys. I just wanted to run you through real quickly here. I'm just going to hit the high points of what you can expect in your test drive. We're talking about a system that has evolved. This is the next generation, the next stage of evolution of your online presence. We've been involved online with web building and that since the beginning, back in the 90s. It all started out with basic websites. You were conspicuous by your absence if you weren't there. Well, then we rolled out thousands of webmasters, and they got pretty fancy and they got expensive. The Flash came along, the WordPress came along, then came XML, then cascading style sheets. Uh, you'll notice though, and lately there's some things have changed, and what you see is the colors are still there, a lot of the movement's going away, and they're starting to shrink the site down to where it fits a box, say like this. The reason they're doing that is they understand, according to Google, 70% of all web searches are now from a mobile device. And so what they're trying to do is they can't optimize their site for the mobile device, so at least they shrink it, trying to make it look a little better. But the problem is, according to Google, that's the number two reason people leave a site, is it is not optimized. Our system does one better. We're going to talk about a tool, the next stage, not just a website. We're going to talk about a tool that turns your online presence into a workhorse, a plow horse, a system that will actually market for you and interact with your database, your customers. Now, this is a site that I've marked up just a little bit. I've put a couple things in here to save time. Basically, this is the Hill Air Show. If we go to the show, that's basically what we're going to see. I want to point something out right now. What you're seeing here, as you see I move this cursor around all these things, we have several things going on. We have HTML5, which is the latest. We have APIs, we have cascading style sheets, we have JavaScript, and we have cloud deployment. All five of those things rolled into the system. You don't have to know what all that means. Just understand that your system is doing this automatically. And I must say that 90% of all webmasters out there don't know how to do at least two out of those five. Our system does it completely. But not only that, whatever you see here, whatever you publish in your website is going to be automatically adapted to whatever device they're looking at. I don't care if it's tablet, Palm, iPad, iPhone, Android, you name it, PC, it's going to do it. So you click one button to publish your site, it's going. We do one other thing that nobody else does. While everybody's trying to figure out Facebook, you click one button and your site is on Facebook. Now I'll get into the rest of this stuff real quick, but another big feature I want to point out is we're going to allow you to do video marketing. Now that is huge. To understand how huge it is, just look at YouTube. They're only second to Google as far as search engines. Having video on the landing page of your website increases your chance of showing up on page one or ranking higher in search engines by 60%. You'll see the stats in the other website. I don't need to go into that, but I want to show you one thing. I don't care what device you're on. You click that button and it starts playing. It doesn't have to link out to anything. It just plays. And so as this is playing, you notice how quickly that loaded? I want to bring you to attention of one thing. Well, I can click, go full screen. I can pause, click the button, click again. I can go back out. And you can do that on any device. One thing I want to bring up right here. Let's drag this to the end of that video. And I want to show you something that's kind of important. Let's get right to the end. The video just stopped. Notice anything different? YouTube is owned by Google. And YouTube makes a point of when you're done, all these other alternatives pop up. They're geo-targeted to your search to make it relevant. If you're a realtor, that's going to be your competition. Other homes for sale. If you're a business, it's probably the guy across the street that has the same kind of a business or down the road. The number one rule in marketing, you never send them away. You clicked one of those buttons and you're looking at somebody else's video and you can link to their website. You've just sent them away. Okay, I want to show you a couple of things here. Your image gallery, I put this in here. I want to show you something that's kind of cool. You're going to be able to add images very easily. Let's just put that guy in there. I click the button. Now I've told it where the images are on my computer. So you're going to take your pictures, put them in. Let's put a different one in. Let's say you're a realtor. You're going to put that one in. You grab that one, bring it in, and it's loading up. And well, wait a minute. I don't like the looks of the order. I want to move this one over here. So let's see what it looks like. I'm on my device. I click it, and there's that video. There's that image. I go to the next one. I go to the next one. I go to the next one. There's that one I just put in. So let's go back up to this one. I can change this to, I can make that anything I want. Go to the next page, and I went too far, so let's just go Cobra. You can add, you get the idea. So when we go back here, that just changed. Now this won't show up on mobile. There just isn't room. But as I click through, those will appear, and I can even have all this. I have 2 or 3 lines down here as well. Now that helps you in details. So let's get back out of that. How I did that, again, this is your main thing you're looking at here. There's 2 things going on. First of all, let's get back here to that page we were just on. I believe it was this one. Here's that page we were just on. So how I did this, I'm in this area. When I click here, if I click there, you notice that pops up. We're talking basic word processor type stuff. I go here, I want to change the look at that. Let's make that bullet. Let's make that a bullet. Let's make this a bullet under that. You get the idea. You move it around. I want to bold this. It's pretty basic stuff. I can move this around. Let's say this picture I want to change. So I'm in that picture. There's the image. I want to change that to that side of the page, that side of the page. Let's put it on the center. Well, let's leave it where it was, but I want to change the image. Let's say instead I want to go that image. Well, that's kind of big, so I keep the aspect ratio. Let's drop it down to about 400. Notice it changed everything. I brought that over there. Boom, I'm done. You're beginning to build your site, and if to get that mouse over you just saw, I double click on it. That appears. I make that the mouse over. Cool car. I can change that wherever I want. I tell it on mouse over. There's the aspect ratio I had. I click OK. I hit save. There it is. I can make that a link. Now when I click here, I've made that link. Let me go back there and show you what I did. I've made this link. Let's get into edit. There's the edit mode. So there's that picture. The link I created for that, I told it to go to a page on this site, which is the first page, the start. I could make it go anywhere I want. I'll show you one of those links in a second. But I want it to go in this window. I don't want it to create another page out there. I want it to go in this window. So I'm directing it where I want. So I hit save, get out of that. When I click on that link, I'm to that first page. I can put image sliders. Let me show you how you do all this stuff. Here's your modules. I can do a lot of different things. For instance, in the main modules, I can change the design. I'm in the scheme right now, the layout. I've told it I want this 1300. Let's make it bigger. Let's go 1500. And it changed the site. But what you're going to find is even though I've made this site bigger on a PC, when I put it on a cell phone, this system reads the cell phone and optimizes for that device. It doesn't shrink down the wording. It doesn't hide stuff. This menu bar stays up here. The menu bar stacked like this. Everything is there. So let's go back to say 1100. But you can do that whatever you want. In scheme, this right here is, and you'll learn this. You'll learn where it goes. You'll notice this is this color. I'm going to save this because I made some other changes. Let's go back up in here into scheme and design. Let's go to scheme. I'm on this. I want that inner scheme to be a little different. Well, let's notice how when I get too dark, notice those letters, they change. So it's optimized. No other system will do this. You have to go in and change everything. So when you're changing your colors, and let's say, okay, let's go that. The outer color, let's make it darker. anyway, you can see everything I've done. I literally can go into different templates. Here's all the different templates I can pick from. I can choose from any of these. So you can customize, you can make your site look just like that. I clicked on it and it brought it up. So my whole site changed when I just did that. Now, I don't need to keep that. I just hit cancel and I'm right back. When I save, it saves. When I'm all done doing all this stuff, I click one button to publish. So you've seen this. I want to bring one other point about video. Folks, you got to understand how huge this is. Let's say I'm a realtor, and here's my listings. And let's say that's a picture of a house. Well, let's just make it, oops, forgot I had that link in there. So let's get the edit opened. Let's click on the image. Let's change that to, let's pick a house. There's a house. Let's put that house. Okay, and that's okay on that side. Okay, that's your listing. Let's say you have this listing and you put a sign out here in front of the house. Somebody drives by, they stop, they see your sign, no one's home. You can put a link on that sign directly to that page or whatever listing that's on, directly to that. This is the only system in existence that you can do that works on any device. Now, other systems you can put a link to a website and they're going to land on your main site. Then you have to tell them how to navigate into this one. And where that starts to get complicated is, okay, let's say you've got a bunch of listings here. Here's the pages. Here's the order of what they are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, here's all my listings. That listing, watch what happens to listing 2 when I do this. I move it, make it a sub of that one. I move it here, make it a sub. I move that one and make it a sub. I hit save. Now when I go up here, I'm in that one. Let's go up here. There's those listings, those different ones I have. So let's go to that listing. I have a video here. You can literally tell that person, let's say you've got 10 listings. We're down to say listing 10. You could have that link in front of that property, in the front of the house, and it's showing up. Now, this is a slider bar. That's this one right here, the image slider. And all I do is I want to add some more. Well, let's just bring in, the task force one. And it's in there, boom, it's that quick. So, and there it is, it's right over there. So as these go across, you're going to see them come up. I can actually add more details by going in here. Let's say we're in listing 2 right now. So I go back here to listing 2, I add a page, and this is going to be, I want to make this say school district. I'm under listing 2, so I make this a sub-listing of listing 2. Hit save. Go down here. Now when I go to listing 2, there's the school district. I can go down and down. So you can have all these under all these different ones, and there's some tricks we're going to show. We're going to show you how you can literally use video. We're going to show you how to turn your cell phone into a Steadicam. We're going to show you how to use YouTube, so you can literally tell YouTube to not play these. We're going to show you how to size this if you want to put 3 across here. We're going to show you all of this different stuff to do. Anyway, you get the basic idea of some of the things you can do with your system. The different modules you have, you can go with, map. Let me show you that one. This is pretty interesting. The details of who's coming. It's what we do. Here's all the videos we have. Contact us. Here is Kevin. He's the guy in the show. All I did was I took this, drug it down. You see that there? I drug it down. I put the address in. There's the map. Now, when somebody's on their cell phone, they click on that, it'll tell them how to find it. If you want something, go to hillairshow.com and go under here to It's What We Do and watch this one on the ASEA radar. It gives you some pretty eye-opening information on the F-35, some of the advanced features. But, okay, let's say that you want to have your contact information on every page. I take this and I drag it. Now notice these are the different style sheets that are popping up. I can move this where I want. All pages, notice that all pages, only on this page, only on this page. Let's drag Kevin down, put him on all pages. It's blue, I know it's going to be all pages. So I click OK. Now his is on every page. If I'm on a cell phone, I click that, it's click to call, boom. I click there and I'm linked in. So let's go look at another page. There he is at the bottom. He's showing up on every page now. Let's look down. Let's say I don't like this here. I want to take this. Well, let me get into it. Click. I'm in and I have opened the editor. So let's move this down to see I'm only on this page now. Now I've created a big one going clear across. We got one where there's over 150 pictures in this, and as I click in, I'm looking on my device, looking through all those pictures. You don't have to worry about thumbnails or any of that. It does it automatically. Anyway, if you have any questions, give me a buzz. I'd be glad to give you your own test site to play with so you can get to see the power of it. I hope the simplicity doesn't make you think this thing isn't powerful, because it's doing several things behind the scene. I really don't want to get into on this video. It'll just make it too long. But give me a buzz. Thanks a lot. This is Rick Mayer.